It's Friday, which means it's business chat time. We're going to start doing this a little bit differently. We're just going to relax. We're going to chill out together, and we're just going to tell some stories. I got the fire going. I don't have a mug of tea, but I should. Christmas tree's here. Got my cozy socks on, and I'm going to tell you a story. And it's about my friend Sheri. And this is a Discover Arbonne chat. And every Friday at 2 p.m. Central, I come into the party group. And I'm also streaming this over on YouTube and inside of the Living with Faith and Purpose group. And I just want to chat a little bit about the business by telling you a story. So this is about my friend Sheri Nickel. And if you've never met her before, you would be privileged to do so. And so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to make sure this is streaming in our groups. I'm going to tag a couple people, and then we're going to come and we're going to chat a little bit. So while I do that, my face is going to disappear for just a second. I'm going to glance over or jump over and make sure we're in the group. If you're watching this on replay, would you please type hashtag replay below? I'm going to pop in a picture of my friend Sheri, and then we're going to be right back. Actually, I don't even have to make my face go away. Let's see if I can share my screen. No, I will pop away just for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so I want you guys to talk to me. This is Friday, currently, if you're watching this, Friday, December 4th, 2020, if you're watching this live. And we are in the middle of the 12 days of Arbonne. So type to me in the comments below if you have entered to win any of our drawings, because what I want to make sure that you do is you know what's going on with that. And then we're going to chat our Friday business chat. So for the first 12 days of December, we are giving away something almost every single day. So far, we've given away two things: the cherry palette, my favorite eye palette, and the holiday detox or the holiday tea tin with 30 days of tea. Today, which is December 4th, we'll be picking a winner in the evening at 8:30 Central, and we'll be giving away the RE9 Restorative Face Cream worth $66. Crazy. So if you want to do that or get your hands on that, go up to the announcements if you're inside of the group. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to come over to our group, which is linked in the top. It's also linked in the description. So you need to be in the party group for this if you want to get involved with the giveaway, okay? So make sure you're doing that. For the 12 days of December, we will be giving away a free product every single day or doing some kind of enter to win something. So pay attention to that at 8:30 Central. All right, I want to show you, and I don't know if you guys are already familiar a bit with the Arbonne opportunity. I just want to share with you the story of someone who I believe makes us realize that anybody can do a business like this. This is not about any kind of someone having something that someone else didn't have. Sorry about that. It's just about who makes the decision to do it, and why might you want to make the decision to do this with a company called Arbonne. And I don't know if you guys have ever thought about it. I don't know if you've ever thought about ways to make extra money. If you're inside of our party groups and you're watching the fun, you know that we love the products. We've been chatting a lot about all the deals that have been going on, products that we use from head to toe, inside to out, and it's a consumable company. So that's one of the advantages that people love about working with us, is that we do have over 400 products. This is stuff that people use every single day, and it's things that take you from baby to baby boomer, really, right? But when we really look at what's behind the scenes, and the big opportunity of it all is when we look at really doing the business, it's not so much about, okay, these products are great and this is, fun, and I'm bored. It's really, for most people, about, I need an income and I'm looking for a way to change my story. and I'm looking for something that I can fit into an already busy life. And I'm looking for something that can sustain me, that makes sense for me to add on to what I'm already doing, and that will actually give me the option to alleviate some things that maybe if I didn't have to, I wouldn't do them anymore. Maybe it's a job, because if you could replace an income, you would give up that job. Maybe it's getting some of your time back. Maybe it's getting some finances that you don't have. And if you had those things, you would have different opportunities. That's why most people actually end up coming into the business, right? Initially, it's like consumable products, they're fun. I can share them, I can make a few dollars. But then all of a sudden they're like me and they realize, yeah, that's true. But I can also make a few dollars in a lot of other ways. So why would I do it through a company called Arbonne? And I look at the big picture and I say, wow, if I invested time in this now, I can make money, but I can also start a business and I can have an impact and I can create residual income, which is not what most of us are used to doing. So my friend Sheri Nickel, if you've never met her before, let me go ahead and share a photo of her with you guys so that we can all know who we're meeting today. And oh, wow, that's a screenshot of me that looked really not awesome. Okay, so here's Sheri Nickel. And I don't know how, this is her husband, Gannon. I don't know how old she is now, but I do know that when I started Arbonne in 2006, she was in her early 20s. And she was newer to the national vice president level, I believe, by that time, which is the top of the company. So I thought it would be fun just to tell her story. And so Sheri Nickel lives in Granite City, Illinois. If you've ever met her, drop in the comments below. She was a missions kid to Africa. And I don't know, I'm just scrolling through her photos. She's going to be like, you debuted me in your party group. She's my MVP, so she should be fine with this. But her family, her parents are pastors, and she was a missions kid growing up until she was 14. She lived in Sierra Leone, Africa, West Africa. And they ended up leaving when she was 14 because I think a war broke out. It was no longer safe for them to stay, okay? So when she came back to the States at 14 years old, she did not have any kind of formal education. She got to a private school, and then she ended up becoming a house cleaner, and she was married to her husband, Gannon. It was during this time that one of her why is that picture small like that? I really wanted, that looks funny. That screen share doesn't look the way I wanted it to share. Let me screen share differently. Remove that. Remove the, oh, take that away. Stop the screen. Come over here, share the screen. That's how I want it to look. So as a 14-year-old, coming to the States, then she goes to private school, she gets married, she's a house cleaner, and she gets introduced to Arbonne. And the story that she tells is actually that she was introduced to Arbonne by a friend who was not interested and said, but you should call my friend Sheri. She might be interested. And Sheri said at first, she was like, I can't, those are not products I can afford. And, but she really found, like, she started educating herself on the difference in clean products. And she just said she was really shocked and amazed about, she was horrified actually about what was in products. And she got really intrigued and thought, you know what, I want these healthier, safer products for my family. And at that time they didn't have kids. And she says she talked to her husband and said, hey, could my anniversary and birthday's coming up, or our anniversary and my birthday's coming up, can I just get these products for my present? And he said yes. And that's how she started her Arbonne journey. Well, imagine her then at this time, and she doesn't have kids. She's now a mom of 4, but at that time she's a young married person. And she catches the vision of this potential of this company called Arbonne, right? But she is like, but I'm a house cleaner, and I'm a missions kid to Africa, and she looks around her at people, and she's like, but what if I could? Because this could completely change my life, and I could give back to the country that we had to leave that is in so much need. And so she ends up reaching up and out, and I don't know if we'll see a picture of Carleta pretty soon. We assume we would. Here's a team photo. That looks pretty dated, 2015. She ends up reaching up and getting help from Carleta Nelson, who started her Arbonne journey as a nurse practitioner and was in Oklahoma, and starts partnering really closely with Sheri. and teaches Sheri how to build this business. And in less than 9 months, actually for the first part of the story, Sheri talks about how in the first 4 months, like she would cry herself to sleep at night. She didn't know if she was doing the right thing. Her husband was like, why are you doing this? This does not make sense. She was house cleaning in the day and doing Arbonne parties at night. And she talks about how she would have to go into the QT gas station and change out of her house cleaning clothes and into nicer clothes to go do Arbonne parties. And then she would come home really late after not selling anything and cry herself to sleep because she said she was afraid if she told her husband that the party didn't go well or whatever, that he would tell her to stop, and she knew that she was supposed to be doing this. Well, she continues on because how many people have this type of tenacity? Not as many as I wish did, but she's like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And you guys, less than 9 months from the time she signed up. Okay. And she shares very openly that this journey was not an easy journey, but she was willing to stick it through. Less than 9 months from the time she signed up, she reached the regional vice president level with Arbonne. And I think she said her check was a little over $8,000 that month. And I think she's finally like, okay, my husband might be like, is this a scam? Is this for real? I don't know, but this is amazing, right? I believe in you now. And he's like, so can I go get a Harley next, right? And so less than 2 years from the time she signed up, she ended up being at the top of the company. And she's one of our top leaders, okay? She's one of the most down-to-earth, real people that you'll ever meet. And she loves God and she loves Arbonne, and she's a super committed, put your head down type of person and get to work. And that's what's amazing about her. So take a look at this real quick, just so that you know there's no income claims, yada, yada, informational purposes only. To get exact numbers, go to earnings.arbonne.com. But when I referred to regional vice president and national vice president, these are the different levels when you sign up with our company. It costs $49 to sign up. There's no requirement to do anything with your account. You can enjoy the discount of 35 to 50% whenever you want to shop. If you do choose to tell others about the Arbonne products or Arbonne business, you can be paid in multiple ways. And you can go to arbonne.com and actually read more about the whole business opportunity there. This is just the comp plan earnings statement so that you guys like can see the facts and I'm not like accused of making any claims, okay? Most people will not make money in Arbonne. Let's be truth. Most people who sign up for anything quit. Most people sign up with a dream and a hope and no willingness to work. So this is for the people who say, I have a dream, I have a hope, I have a desire, and I'm also willing to package that with some work. And I need the systems, I need the strategies, I need the tracks to run on, but I'm willing to work. And for those people who do, they're a Sheri nickel. So independent consultants are people who just sign up for the $49 discount. You might make a little extra money because maybe you're selling some products here and there, and you can do that. But as people get purposeful in their business, district manager is our first level of management. My personal story is that it took me 2 months to get to district manager, okay? The average earnings outside of your weekly commission, but this is a paycheck we get each month. So the average monthly paycheck averages $3,700 a year at the district level. And on average, it takes people 8 months of consistently working their business to get there, okay? It took me 2 months, and the lowest I've ever made at that level was $740 a month. Everybody's journey is different, okay? Area manager is the next level of management. On average, it takes 21 months to get there. It took me 6 months to get there the first time and 3 months to get there the second time. And I say that because those of you who know my story, I actually walked away from Arbonne for about 6 years. And during that time, over time, I fell back to the beginning levels, okay? So area manager, an average of $17,000 a year, up to $60,000, or anywhere from $2,500 to $60,000 a year is where it falls, because there's people who are working this level to its full extent and people who just have a title and aren't working their business. For me, I needed to be an area manager in order to quit my teaching job. And I wanted to be bringing in $2,500 a month. And I did that within 6 months of starting my business, okay? The first time. The second time, it only took me 3 months to get there. Online business has kind of changed the game quite a bit in how fast we can do things. Regional vice president is our third level of management. And this is the level I shared with you in Sheri's story. It took her less than 9 months to get there. Just so you guys know who you're lined up with. My direct sponsor, so my name's Kathy Callahan. I'm the area manager of Team Grit and Grace. And my personal journey, I just shared a little bit about that with you, okay? Regional vice president, I was that level before I walked away from Arbonne. I'm working back toward that level. We were super close last month to getting it back. But my direct upline, Kim Lacefield, she's a stay-at-home mom now of 7 kids. And when she started, she was a stay-at-home mom, and she reached this level in less than 14 months, okay? Sheri Nickel is directly above her. That's the story we just highlighted today. Carleta Nelson is above her, and she's a nurse practitioner, and she obviously had a full-time career when she started Arbonne with the dreams to be able to be home more, but still replace that income and have the impact. And she reached this level within less than 5 months. So you can see this average of 38 months is an average, right? But you guys, I got to ask you a question. If anybody is listening to my Friday business chat, which sometimes people do, 3 years from now, I really want you to answer this question, and I'll make this my giveaway entry, because every week in the party group, we do a giveaway entry, and when you answer the question that somebody says on the live, we do a giveaway, right? And this is on top of the 12 days of Arbonne, because that's just something extra we're doing right now. I want you to think about, so today is December 4th, 2020, all right? I want you to think about February 4th, 2024. Am I doing that math correctly? So 3 years and 2 months from now is 38 months. So 3 years and 2 months from now is February 4th, 2024. Okay? Where do you see yourself on February 4th, 2024 if you keep doing what you're doing? All right? I want everybody to type me in the comments below. That will be your giveaway entry. And this isn't a good or a bad or a right or wrong. This is just a truthful, honest question. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be at 36 months from now? And is that where you want to be? And for some people, it's exactly where you want to be, and you're on the track to be where you want to be. For me, when I decided I wanted to start a business with a company called Arbonne, I was a full-time teacher who loved my career until my 6th year. Something shifted when I had that baby. And if you would have asked me, where do you see yourself in 3 years if you don't do anything different? I could tell you where I was going to see myself. I was going to be one of those exhausted teachers who was tenured, who had a steady paycheck, who got the job that I signed up for, but I was no longer serving the role I was supposed to, but I was stuck and I didn't know how to do anything different. And because I didn't do anything different, I looked like a lot of the teachers that were around me who kind of walked the walk but didn't talk the talk. Is that what they say? They talked the talk but didn't walk the walk. They were no longer teaching the way that I felt like I was supposed to teach, and I didn't want to be that. So when I could see that in my future, I'm like, well, how am I going to do something different? How can I create something different? I had a baby, and if I didn't make a change, I knew for me in my life, I wasn't going to be the parent who got to go on field trips. I wasn't going to be the one who got to be PTO president, and that was important to me, right? So in order to have something different, I had to do something different. Then let's come over here to this annual earnings. You guys, $72,000 a year. Let's be honest. I didn't need $72,000 a year to replace the teaching income anyway. I only needed to bring home $2,500 a month, okay? And when you talk about owning a business and working for yourself and having tax write-offs, I was making $40,000 a year, but I was clearing $2,500 a month, because by the time you pay your taxes, you don't get to keep all of that. So in order to, make that kind of money in Arbonne and to see $2,500 a month, it was very interesting, because when I made $2,500, I got to keep $2,500. I think that the most I've ever paid taxes on in Arbonne was $18,000 for a whole year, and that was when I was at the regional vice president level. Go talk to your CPA, please. I'm not here to tell you where to pay taxes and not, but there's a lot of benefits to working for yourself and owning a business. A lot of write-offs. And if you know how to take advantage of those, that's one of the reasons that some people simply come into these businesses, is for tax write-offs to keep more of their money, okay? That's why some people work them alongside of a job they already have too, by the way. So anyway, for me, I did not need $72,000 a year. If I could just bring home $2,500 a month, I was golden. The top level national vice president, and this wraps us back to the end of our story, Sheri Nickel. Since 2000, and somebody that's listening that knows the facts better can correct me, I started Arbonne in 2006 at the end of October, and I'm positive almost she was already national vice president by then. If not, she was really close to being it, and became national vice president shortly after I started. So let's assume it was 2007 just to be safe. That's 13 years of being a national vice president with Arbonne. Okay, 13 years with an average earnings of $270,000. You guys, that's insane. She got there in less than 2 years. The average to get there in the company is 58 months. That's less than 5 years. What else can you do I don't think there's one person. That's a lie. I can probably think of 5 people in this group that I know are making that kind of money. Okay. Most people would never have the opportunity to make that kind of money unless they go to school and get some kind of, I know we have doctors in this group. I know some of you, but let's also talk about that. What kind of debt came with that? What kind of investment into your education, and how many years did it take to get there? And some of us are exactly where we're supposed to be and where we want to be, but a lot of people are like, I'm not, and I can't ever imagine there could be a way that I could. And I'm just here to tell you, it might just be through a little company called Arbonne, because if Sheri Nickel can do it, I know we all can. It's about putting our head down and getting to work and partnering with the right people who believe in you. And I believe in every single one of us. Okay. All right. That's my Friday business chat. If you are somebody who is looking for another opportunity, either as an add-on, because we know that multiple streams of income is super wise, right? Or as a replacement, because maybe you are that doctor who has put in the time and has the money, but you're like Carleta, you put in the time to get a job and a paycheck, and you're serving people and you're doing what you're good at and you're passionate about and you love, but you have nothing left for you, right? That's why Carleta ended up leaving her advanced pediatric nurse practitioner job, not because she didn't love it, but because she wanted time back, and now she volunteers and does that work, okay? All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Remember that if you are shopping with a hostess, please get your orders in by 9 o'clock Friday. Central Time is the time to get the orders in to credit your hostess each week. And if you have entered any of our giveaways, go up to the top in the announcements for the regular routine, if you're in a Facebook group seeing this, so that you can get in on the giveaway for this week, along with the special 12 days of Arbonne post that will happen at 8:30 every single night. And we're actually announcing those winners every single night. So something's happening all the time. And get in on those specials before they're gone with that RE9 set that's well over half off, and that, like, seriously, at that price, you can afford to use it on your kids, and it's better than anything. Like for eczema, that night cream, oh yeah. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Bye for now.